Greetings, Zombie Slayers. S1ippery Jim here, bringing you my solo high round strategy guide for the Nazi zombies map Nacht Der Untoten, and that means Night of the Living Dead in German, if you're interested. So we'll be showing you both the Black Ops version that you're seeing here at round 1 and the World at War version of this map. We'll be switching back and forth like I have done for some of my other guides in zombies. Now, there are quite a few differences between the World at War and the Black Ops versions, but let's just talk a little bit about the map itself first. This was the very first zombies map that came out way back in World at War that started the whole craziness of Nazi zombies that we've come to know and love. And it is a basic stripped back map. A minimalist type of map, if you like. It doesn't have any perks, it doesn't have any pack-a-punch machine, it just has the mystery box, and it's quite a small map as well. There are only 4 rooms that you can open up within this building, and all the zombies come from outside basically. Now, all of those things combine to make this one of the more challenging maps. In fact, the Black Ops version of Nacht Der Untoten, in my opinion, is the all-time most difficult zombies map that we have. And if you look on YouTube, you'll find that the highest legitimate-looking round is about round 45 for this map, which is quite amazing considering that people have got way past round 100 on basically all of the other maps. Now, the Black Ops version is much harder than the World at War version for a number of reasons. One of which is the way that the zombies behave, and I'll go into that a little bit later. But the other reason is because you get an increasing number of zombies per round the higher you go, as we've come to expect for all the Black Ops zombies maps. Whereas in World at War there are only 24 zombies per round, no matter how high you go, which obviously makes it easier and quicker to get to higher rounds in the World at War version of this map. Now, your strategy to start off with here, you may wish to stay in the spawn area here and you know, buy the M1 A1 off the wall if you wish when you run out of pistol ammo. You probably don't want to outstay your welcome in the spawn area past about round 5 or 6. What you want to do at that point is head to the mystery box and try and get some better weaponry, because that will make it much safer and easier for you. Now we're going to switch across here to the World at War version of Nacht Der Untoten here, and just kicking off the round 3 here, still in the spawn area of course, and we've already bought the M1A1 off the wall. And with this map, as we said, you do get just the 24 zombies per round. You also have all the old World at War weapons in the mystery box. Now, one of the best weapons that you can get, and probably the weapon that you want to head into the really high rounds in this map, is the flamethrower out of the mystery box. Now, the reason for that is the flamethrower doesn't run out of ammunition. It's not super realistic, but what it means is you don't have to keep going back to the box, and you can just hang on to the flamethrower for the whole game. Now, the other thing is, and I'll talk about this a little bit later, you want to hang on to your starting pistol, the M1911. Now, you can't pack a punch it or anything like that, obviously, but there are other reasons that you want to hang on to that as your second weapon in the World at War version of this map. Okay, so we're just going to try and take out a few of these guys. You want to build up as many points as possible because you'll be hitting the box in both versions of the map a lot of times until you get the weapons that you need to get to higher rounds. And as we said, in this map, it's probably the flamethrower. Flipping across here to Black Ops, the weapon that you want to get eventually and use to kill your zombies in the higher rounds in this map is the wonder weapon that was put into this version, which is the Thunder Gun. So you want to keep hitting the box until you get that. Okay, so we're at round 4 here, and I'm just letting a few zombies in here, trying to get some drops, and basically trying to maximize my points by getting these headshots happening as well. It's just a little bit safer than going for the stab kills when you've only got basically a maximum of 1 hit is your margin of safety. 2 hits means death without Juggernog, obviously. So I've got a nuke down there, but I'm just going to leave that because there's heaps of zombies still to come, and we'll want to build up as many points as we can for the box, as we said. Now, there is a unique Easter egg in the Black Ops version of Nacht, and that is a musical Easter egg. What you need to do is shoot about 3 of the explosive barrels from the spawn area in certain areas of the map, and that will trigger an instrumental guitar song by Kevin Sherwood, I believe. Some people I've seen in their guides say that you have to shoot every single exploding barrel in the spawn area to get that to work. That's not the case. It's only about 3 of them, and but they're in different areas. So one is out this window here. They're usually in the distance, the barrel's in the distance. There's another one down near this truck as well, and I'm not going to shoot it here though. And there's, I think the other one is out at the end where this window is, if you guys are interested in that sort of thing. Now, there's a few other aesthetic sort of graphic details that were changed in this map as well, or added if you like, and one of those is the cloud detail. If you look in the sky, there are clouds. You can't see that in World at War, so they did pretty up the map a little bit as well. And obviously the gun sounds are completely different and stuff like that. Anyway, we're going to head up here. You want to open up the stairway in the strategy that we're using here. In my opinion, it is the best strategy solo for this map in either version. You want to head up the stairs. Leave the help door shut. That's the door down in the spawn area which says help on it. You want to keep that shut for the entire game. Okay, so I'm just going to use up as much ammo as I can to take out these zombies, and then we'll be heading down the stairs from this room into the mystery box room, or the help room, as it's known. And once we're down there, what we'll be doing is we'll be spending all the points we have on the mystery box and try and get the thunder gun. Well, that's ultimately the gun that you want to get by about round 10 and 11, or thereabouts. If you don't get it by then, you're extremely unlucky. About 95% of the time, you will definitely get it by about round 10 or 11 without too much of a problem. If you don't, it's almost worth restarting if you're going for high rounds in this map. Now, some people who've watched my videos and seen me running around with the one weapon and a ray gun and whatnot have made the comment, you're super lucky to get the one weapons like that. But you know what? Provided you get enough points, you can get whatever weapon you want in solo. It's just a matter of hitting the mystery box enough times, of course. And that little radio there, by the way, does trigger a musical sort of song. It's kind of like the original musical Easter egg. It plays through a series of songs, and then when playlist ends, it stops, and you have to knife it again to get it going. Alright, so nearly got it there, but not quite. So we've got the commando here. Now, from about round 5 to about round 10, or at least until you get the thunder gun, you probably want to switch up your camping spot from the spawn area to this help room. And this help room is going to be pretty easy to defend camping solo until about round 10 or 11. Thereabouts. Now we've switched across to World at War here, and we're hitting the mystery box here as well. Now just to explain one thing that's going on in this gameplay in the World at War map, you may have seen a series I did on the Zombie Slayer Nation for the weapons box challenge, and basically what I did was, this is the actual game where that happened. So I get a headshot here, not too bad. Basically I hit the mystery box and use whatever weapon I get for that entire round, and then swap it out and go through each weapon in the game just for something a little bit different. It was a bit of fun, and for that reason, this isn't exactly the strategic thing to do. It was just a bit of fun, but it doesn't really matter what weapons you use, as long as you're building up points in this version of the map. But until you get past about round 30-40, where you want to use the flamethrower, from that point on, just to make it easier. You could potentially use something like the Thompson off the wall and keep buying ammo for it if you wanted to, but it's not going to be the most efficient way to get through high rounds. Now you can see here you have to do a lot of dodging here. Now I'm going to explain in this room, in the help room, you can run a train in this room and get away with it, but it isn't as easy as the other train I'll show you later on in this guide. You will eventually run into problems, and it's a little bit more difficult running the train in the help room, although it's perfectly possible and doable, as you can see here. In World at War, the zombies, the AI or whatever, they do behave a little bit different to in Black Ops. I've seen online on some forums people saying or complaining about the World at War zombies, that they're sticky, whatever that means. I'm not quite sure what they're referring to, but I guess it might be the fact that when you try to squeeze through a big bunch of zombies in World at War, you'll slow down slightly. But you know what, you'll usually be able to squeeze through as long as there's a gap in World at War, whereas trying to do the same thing in Black Ops, you're going to get clotheslined or blocked off, double slapped by the zombies and probably die. So for that reason, it's actually not a problem, that stickiness or whatever you want to call it. In my opinion, and I think I get a triple headshot there, which is pretty sweet. But in my opinion, the behavior of the zombies in World at War is actually to your advantage, whereas the Black Ops zombies much more likely to double slap you and stuff like that, from my experience. And I've played a lot of World at War and a lot of Black Ops to come to that conclusion. Okay, so that is the end of round 5. We're going to keep hitting the mystery box here for our next box weapon for this weapons box challenge in World at War here, and I end up with the Kar 98K no scope. So we're going to do a bit of bolt action work here with that weapon, and we'll head back up. What I'm going to do is run a train down in the spawn area, and we'll gather up the zombies, and then I'll take them to the help room, run a train there, and eventually kill them in that area, just because you got a little bit more room to move. Now this area here in the spawn room, you'll see this as we go through, but this is the very best solo area for running a zombie train. And you may think that you have less space here and it would be more difficult, but if you run this little train that I'll show you, it's kind of a figure 8 around this pillar here, and then around these sandbags in this figure 8, as you can see. Just watch the guy coming through the window. That's the one problem area, that window there. As long as you keep moving in World at War, most of the time you'll be able to do this, as long as you don't run into a dead end without too many problems. So this is the basic train that we'll be doing both in the Black Ops version and the World at War version to get to the higher rounds. Now what I do is, in World at War at least, I'll group up the entire 24 zombies in the round, then I'll head up to the help room to take them out with whatever weapon I've got at that time. The reason for that is you don't want to run around trying to kill the zombies in that little spot there with some of the weapons that you might end up with. That's different in Black Ops because you can just use the thunder gun once you get it, and that'll take out the whole group of 24, and then you'll spawn in a new group, etc. So you really don't want to kill 1 or 2 zombies at a time with any other weapon in the Black Ops version, because then you'll get a steady stream of zombies spawning in through that window and causing you problems. So you want to take them out with a thunder gun, big batch at a time, and deal with them that way. Okay, the old bolt action happening here with the Kar 98K. Trying to get my headshots here. And you don't necessarily have to run around this top room. I'm just doing it to make it more interesting. You know, but you can run up around that area and just keep training them through the entire map and head back to spawn if you want to, just to break up the monotony of running in the same area. So I think in this game that I went to round 115 and then committed suicide, so 115 rounds can get a bit sameish in zombies unless you break up your routine a little bit. So it's obviously not the fastest weapon to take down zombies with, but I think we get there in the end, and I might even get an insta-kill, which speeds things up if I'm remembering correctly. At the end of this game, I actually ended up with 115 headshots, which was pretty awesome. Completely accidental as well. If you haven't seen the video of that game, go check out my channel because it's on there. Okay, so that's the end of round 6 in the World at War version of Nacht. Round 7 will follow shortly in part 2 of this series. Thanks for watching.